Shall we rise and sing the Zambia national anthem? And we also sing the British national anthem. How many people know how to sing the anthems? I want very good singers. Mr. Wamba, you've got a very good voice, you know. Mr. Vesali, can you sing? Okay, pick my voice. Stand and sing of Zambia, proud and free, land of wake and joy in unity. Lift us in the struggle for the right. We won freedom's fight. Oh, one, strong and free. Praise be to God. Praise me, praise me, praise our great nation. Zambia, Zambia, free may we stand under the flag of our land. Zambia, praise to thee. Oh, one, strong and free. Thank you very much. Now we will sing the British national anthem. I want Fred, you've got a very good voice. Can you do that one? Please be seated. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, may I send apologies for His Royal Highness Chief Ntambu. Logistics to collect passports were a bit tricky. The flight which was supposed to bring them over for their documents delayed. So they are likely to arrive tomorrow. In the week, we'll be with them. Your Excellency, Mr. Paul Lumi and Mrs. Lumi, diplomats, Mr. Jay Patel from Wolverhampton City Council, Business Council for Africa, Rich Business Alliance, chief executives, businesses represented here, and entrepreneurs. Allow me to say, ladies and gentlemen, you are all very welcome to this. It is our 7th year of bringing businesses together from different walks of life. It's been a wonderful journey, and I think it's paying dividends, as you will hear later on when other businesses present what they do and how they are linked one to another to bring development to our communities. Allow me, Your Excellency, to thank you for coming here today, despite your busy schedule. I know your office is very demanding, but because of what you see as valuable in business development, you have made it over here. Thank you very much, and thank you to your wife as well. May I thank you all for coming. Your strength, which you are going to exhibit, we in fact share positive values one to another with a view to co-develop our communities, to co-develop our nations, to co-develop our families. There is an adage in the African family where they say it takes a village to raise a child. And I believe that child that we have in our midst is a business vehicle. For many years, Africa has been thought to be an underdog, but actually it's not. It is a very great basket for the world. Because when you invest in Africa, things grow multiple. And it's good to see that we are pushing on. this far. But you and I, we can go that far. As many people come together on the common cause, we can go that far. And all for the good of society. Now, in this case, on the front of business and development, Your Excellency, and all protocols observed, may I just point you to the objectives of Amakara Wingwi. It is to bring initially, when we started 2005, Zambians living in diaspora in clusters, and also Zambians living in the mainland Zambia in clusters, with a view to invest together on the big business front. For we know many chain or big conglomerates, the very word itself entails they are in groups. Then secondly, to bring friends of Zambia in clusters to join together and invest in viable vehicles as long as they are legal. Your Excellency, we have seen results in those regards. Amongst here, we have young people who are being mentored into business. And this shows development for communities. For today, is like this because of what we were yesterday. For in my vocabulary, there's no tomorrow. So young people are the seed for the future economies. This is why you see them here. In the ones who come to be with us are actually innovating ideas that will solve current problems. But for every problem on earth that is well solved, there is a fee we pay, and that's called a business transaction. Value for money simply means the kind of problem you are solving, and that's the kind of money you pay. The 1 hour I spend doing one other job, and the 1 hour I spend doing another job, the difference is a value of the problem I'm solving. So on this, ladies and gentlemen, let me encourage you, those people who have come from other countries and are now in diaspora, like myself. I want to encourage you that there has never been a brain drain. Brain drain never existed. If you look at history, many nations that were developed were actually done so by people who left and got new exposure elsewhere and got new ideas. Therefore, I submit once again, like I do in many meetings, brain drain never exists. Peradventure, you are doing a job that you're not pleased with, a job outside your career, a job outside your vision. No. That is good because it's teaching you discipline. Many of you have read the Bible, you've read the story of Joseph, and many other faith because similar stories. People that change the world begin in certain ways they didn't expect. There is a value being developed in you. There's a character being developed which you cannot learn in the classroom. So be patient, learn what you got to learn, and don't forget your vision. If you forget your vision, you forget your life. Without a vision, people cast off restraint. They go anywhere without understanding. So I charge you, wherever you are, take pleasure in what you do, but know where you're going. We have seen that the GDP for African nations, in particular Sub-Sahara, has been growing significantly. And Zambia is amongst the top 10. Nigeria is one of them, and many other nations that in part of West Africa and Sub-Sahara. What does it indicate? It shows that actually the fundamentals for doing business are right. Now, us in the West, what shall we do? We must join hands together and work with our partners in the West where the systems have been developed. Quality assurance is excellent in the United Kingdom as compared to the other areas. That is a very good thing to partner. Also, knowledge on financing and also the affordable rates in financing can be a strength for you to kick off a business. I'm very pleased, as we may hear today, what's happening in Wolverhampton. Because Wolverhampton is a city where I lived before. Just next door, there was a big plant to regenerate this area. And 7 years later, when I came back, I couldn't believe it. Everything is foreign. This hall never existed. This was actually a field. And you hear when Mr. Patel come and talk about this. And equally, your businesses, as you keep coming together in this network these synergies. And Your Excellency, I'd like to report 12 months ago, on a similar meeting like this from your office, was present, which we appreciate so much. There was an announcement from the Ministry of Local Government and Housing. They came over to the UK and other parts of the world looking for investors. Now, from these very meetings, a consortium was formed to participate in those meetings. And that was very, very good. And Your Excellency as well, people dream dreams. They say, we can do that. Like I mentioned in the introduction, one gentleman is Skyped in from Norway. He lives in 3 countries because he's still a student and he's in diaspora. But he has never forgotten his home country. He has recently launched a very powerful business. And that business will mean saving time for the hospitals and the GPs. Consultation will come in stages. I don't want to preempt. I'm so delighted because it came from this platform. We supported it very well. So there is fruit that is being born here. And also, we have linked with very many indigenous businesses. We put Village Water, Business Council for Africa, British African Business Alliance. All these are rich businesses we have teamed up together for a common purpose to bring ethical investment that we can see our communities be transformed and live better lives. I don't believe that the world as it is with big entrepreneurs making big cash, there should be poverty. There shouldn't be. If we did a simple mathematics, divide all the billions together, like for example, they are saying that Africans in diaspora and many people in diaspora, they contribute about $400 billion remittances. Now, if I divided that by the population of the world, at least each person must have something to eat. Must at least have something to eat. Your Excellency, this is where we're going to. We can achieve it because we've seen what wasn't before now existed. Like the M1, somebody said M1 was not there, it was a dream. Now M1 does exist. I'm also looking for many M1s in our African nations. Your Excellency, with these words, I'm so delighted to have you in this house on behalf of Amakaya Wengi and the management committees and the people that attend our conferences. We say, welcome, sir. May you rise, sir. Thank you very much. Now, Your Excellency, before you speak, I would like to appreciate you. There is a special card we sent around saying thank you for coming. Has everyone signed the signature in it? Have you? Okay, if we can have that card, please. Pass it over to my wife. My wife is over here. And Mr. Tino is just stay there with my wife. And can we have what you call the lovely picture, please? Tino, can you help? Okay, bring it. Your Excellency, at your house, I've been there before. It's a very big garden, so you can add our flowers. It's yours now. Very big garden, His Excellency.
so many changes in government, there has never been any problems. Again, as the case in all elections, we get losers always finding excuses, but that is common everywhere, even in the very, very democratic countries. But Zambia can assure you this has never happened to the extent that we've had loss of life or even bloodshed for that matter. And therefore, investing in Zambia assures you of peace and stability, which I think for a businessman is an important aspect of this, a position and an issue to consider as necessary. You see, the chairman referred to business between Zambians and non-Zambians. Yes, this is a world that is changing fast. And first it was the Western world, the next is the Eastern world. Now the only stable area remaining is Africa in general. Because even when in the 2008-2009 time frame, there was so much concern by businessmen about economies going downstream, but Africa remained stable. One reason is Africa is moving at a pace which you can say stop, control, and advance. You grow very fast and you drop fast. And we in Zambia today, we face lots of challenges. Challenges of finance, challenges of investment in general, and also challenges in the various areas of education, health, agriculture, and several others. But these three are key. We therefore would like to share our visions with our friends, individuals, companies that have decided to partner with Zambia in the various fields of human endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, investing in Zambia is something that I personally would like to encourage you to do. We in Zambia have set up certain standards, and these are standards that, for all I know, that are very acceptable to a businessman. First, Africa is looked at as an area where there's so much corruption. But you know, corruption generally starts from somewhere. It's people who want to do business because they want to do it fast, and therefore the person who is in charge is made to is enticed to ask. And this is a very unfortunate situation. But our government has put its foot down that corruption is not acceptable in Zambia. And because of that, you can be very sure that if you invest in Zambia, you should go to do business without feeling that you can only succeed if the man on the other side of the table is corrupt. And this is very true to a large extent. You see, Zambia today, its growth rate is about 7%, which is extremely high by any standards. By any standards. Chinese standards, they vary 6, 7, but in Zambia we have 7% growth. And the market, don't worry about the 13 million people who are there, because full of manganese. And I think it is true. Up to Borokoso, Kawamba, there's manganese all over the place. But because there's interest in Zambia, that's why we're able to say these are minerals that have to be exploited. Ladies and gentlemen, partnership is key in the industrial development. The one-man industry, the one-man business, where it succeeds. Particularly if you have one group, say in the UK, another group in Zambia, a one-man show does not succeed. Amaka Yawingi in itself says a lot. It says a lot. And I must say thank you to those that who chose this name, Amaka Yawingi. The power of many people. Because it says it's democratic. Because if you are alone, you can't succeed. In order to elect a government, you need many people's opinions to say that is the government we want. You need many people. So I'm very, very sure that Amaka Yawingi will not just be here. I know that reading from what your objectives are, you want to ensure that every Zambian in the diaspora gets involved in one way or the other. And for me, is to try and embroil you Zambians who are here to go try and invest home. I'm not saying going back home, but try as much as possible. Let you get invest home. China has developed because of remittances from Chinese. In Australia, Singapore, Macau, and Hong Kong. They've remained where they are, but they remit money. Nigeria, they remit so much money that the government also plans for revenue from the diaspora. I was in Nigeria. There's no restriction on how much profit you can take out. It's your decision. If you want your company to expand, you invest some of it, and some of it you take away. But again, if you don't intend to invest in Zambia or any other country, you always find a reason for not doing so. But I can assure you that in Zambia, you invest, you work hard, your profits are yours. You either keep it in Zambia or take it out. Mr. Chairman, you see, in my job is to facilitate. It's my job when necessary and when you need it, contact my office, contact to give you any contacts we know, and to make it easy for you to operate. Feel free. My colleagues are here. And each time, if you want information on Zambia, please feel free. Come to our office. Come and see me or my colleagues. We will facilitate. I'm happy to say that when I got the invitation, I said, no, I must go because one reason I'm here is to encourage contact between this country and Zambia in all areas of human activities. Some 30 years ago, 25 years ago, diplomacy was very political, pure political. You have the West-East barriers, all sorts of it. But gradually, because the importance of the individual, the importance of human welfare has become paramount. Therefore, economies have become more important. People who understand business, people who understand economics. This is an area in every diplomat's office. That person is a very important individual because it involves human beings, business, and the life of human beings. So, Mr. Chairman, again, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to come and open this function.
Your Excellency, we receive you, and these are your people. Thank you for opening the doors to the embassy. Zambians and friends of Zambia, you've heard for yourselves. Zambia is for development, and the High Commission is open. We are delighted. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, we will do a very quick photo call before Mr. Patel comes, and I would like, Your Excellency, do you put sugar in the tea?
No.
Mr. James doesn't put sugar.
I like to reduce on my expenses.
So, because Chief Zulu, if you are putting too much sugar, reduce. So, quick photo of what we'll do, His Excellency will stand here, and myself next to him, the diplomats. Then we come around very quickly, photo call. The cameras are running, we just come quickly. If I call that row, Your Excellency, you can just stand over here. So if that row can come over this side.